Hey guys, what's up? My name is Kasey Freeman and today I have a story time for you guys. So this story time is this story time is about an incident that happened as a realtor, and I got locked out of this, I want to say it was $3 million house, and it was a whole kerfuffle. So just sit back and keep watching, and don't just make sure that you're laughing with me and not at me. Okay. So so I was getting some pictures done and some videos for YouTube with my cousin, who is a photographer slash videographer, and he's wanting to get into real estate photography, and obviously I needed some pictures taken and some videos taken care of so I can get this social media train rocking and rolling, right? So I called up one of my agent friends and was like, hey, I see that you just listed this, do you mind if I go over to the house and get some pictures done? Do you think that would be okay with your client? Blah blah blah. So she was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So this house was in the Green Hills area. If you know Nashville, then you know Green Hills is the mall in Green Hills has the Gucci store, Louis Vuitton, Tiffany and Co. It's just a very a lot of the houses over there are $500,000 and over. Okay, so I was like, I want to get one of the pictures with this house. So she said yes. So I went over to this house, and this house was in a gated community. So here I am in my Camaro, and then all of these Teslas are coming out, and Mercedes Benz coming out, and what else? Audis coming out. No Chevys, just me. Okay, and it was gated, so I had to go up to the gate, and then there's a gate guard there. And so, okay, hold on, before I get to the gate guard, I went to the wrong gate. So there is two gates. There's two gates, and one is where the visitors go, and then the other one is where if you have your key card or your whatever you use to get in, you go through that gate. So I accidentally went to that gate, and there was a car in front of me. So at first I'm thinking me being me, I'm just gonna go in behind this car, okay? And I have my cousin in the car with me, okay? So we're at this gate behind this car. The gate opens, the car goes in. Well, the car literally sits there and stops and lets the gate close behind her. Okay, and so and then as soon as it closed, she drove away. And I was like, this heifer. She didn't want me to come into the gated community. So I had to turn around and go find the other gate. Okay, so once I got to the other gate, the guy was like, no, we can't let you in without a realtor. Okay, because I said that there's a house for sale. I want to go to this house, blah, blah, blah. And he said, can't let you in without a realtor. And I said, excuse me, sir, I am a realtor. And he said, I still can't let you in unless you're a realtor. And I'm like, I am a realtor. Okay, so he was like, well, give me a business card. First of all, anybody can make up a fucking business card, okay? Anybody. But I had it in my purse, so I had to go in my bag, but that was in my back seat because my cousin was in my front seat. I had to dig out my wallet, and then I had all of these receipts and all of this stuff, and then I pulled out the wrong business card, and I gave it to him. He was like, this is not you. And I said, oh, I may have gave you the wrong card. So then he was like, no, you can't come in, blah, blah, blah. So then I found the right card and gave it to him anyway. And then he let us in, okay? So then we get to the house, and we're turning on all the lights. I think it was 8,500 square foot house, or it could have been like 9,500. Anyway, huge house. So I had to go, like, I have a difficulty finding all the lights in a 1,500 square foot house. Okay, so I'm like going through, turning on all the lights, blah blah blah. My car's in their driveway. All these cars, like my cousin's getting out his equipment, and then like 2 cars like would slow down, stop, and like stare at us, and then they would drive off. Okay, so yeah, we we got all that together, and then we started recording, right? So then I had to record the outside of the house, and I don't know. Okay, so I left the key on the when you walk in, it's like a little desk, not a desk, but like a place where you put your keys and your stuff, like all your junk from the day. Not like a washroom or anything, but just like you set it there. Okay, so I set the key there and my cell phone there. So the key, the cell phone is in the house, and I'm filming the outside of the house. Everything's great because the door is not closed. Okay, so then I was like, oh, okay, like I need to make it look like I'm really opening the door, like to get into the house. Okay, so I closed the door because I was like, I want to make this like look the most real. Like I have to actually open the door, right? Well, I closed the door and didn't realize that the bottom lock was locked, like the bottom of it. So I was stuck outside, friend. We were stuck outside. And I was like, how am I gonna get my phone to call? And then I was like, okay, I'll just get my computer, because I had locked myself out. So obviously, like, I thought that the agent was gonna have to come back out to Green Hills to let me in to get my stuff. Because I couldn't just leave and be like, oh, we left all the lights on, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, my bad. Because my phone was still in there, and my cousin's gear was still in there too. So we were standing outside, and I was like, surely it's not locked. Like, surely it's not. Like, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. So we're standing outside in this predominantly white neighborhood. Like, I'm sure that we are the only black people in that neighborhood, based off of the way that they were like looking at us. And I was like, we cannot cause a scene. We cannot call the police. We cannot go to the security guard. We can't do anything because I don't want to get us kicked out. I don't want to cause a scene. So I was like, okay, how can I get the key? So I had to call the agent. I was like, okay, but I don't know the agent's number. So I got my cousin's phone, had to log into all my realtor stuff to get the, well, I remembered her, I knew her name. So I Googled her name and the company, and then got her cell phone number based off of the website. And so she thankfully answered and was like, oh, like, no worries. Like, there's a key in the backyard, like under the mat. Blah, blah, blah. Just let yourself in and just, you know, it's okay. Just put the key back where you originally left it. Like, put both of the keys in their respective spot. And I was like, whew. Because I was about to say, hell no, I am not. This is not a good look. Because we look like we're trying to break into this house, like at this point, because it was starting to get dark. And it was just all bad. Like, we were out there forever. It was hot as balls, and I was stuck like Chuck, friend. So that's also why I started wearing a fanny pack, so I don't set the key down somewhere and then get locked out of the house, because I've done that before and that's not fun. And no, never again. When I tell you that we were like shoving on this door, like we were like, no, this thing has to open. Like, I don't know what we thought our body was gonna do against that lock, but it was locked. Like, locked up, they won't let me out. Wouldn't let us in that thing. Woo! So that was funny. It was a long, hot day. I then had to get my cousin some food because I was like, I just put him through the ringer. Anyway, so yeah. That was my story time about the time I got locked out of a multi-million-dollar house. And yeah, that was great.